The night was thick with mystery. The moon hid behind drifting clouds, and the forest seemed to whisper secrets only the brave would dare hear. In the village of Abosankrum, the elders would often remind the young, not all voices are meant to be heard. Some belong to the living and some belong to the dead. It is from this warning that the tale of Kwame Adu begins. Kwame Adu was strong, handsome, and fearless, but his heart was swollen with pride. He often mocked the elders, saying, "Your wisdom is old and slow. I live by my own rules." The villagers knew him for one thing above all, his reckless tongue. When he hunted, he boasted about the size of his prey. When he drank palm wine, he bragged about his strength. When he sat with the youth, he filled their heads with arrogance instead of patience. Though he was admired for his courage, many shook their heads behind his back. "Pride eats a man faster than hunger," the old women would whisper. But Kwame did not listen. One evening, as the sun bled red into the horizon, Kwame chased a swift antelope deep into the sacred forest. His spear missed its mark, and he cursed loudly, the sound echoing between the ancient trees. That was when he saw it. Beneath the twisted roots of a mighty baobab tree, half buried in the earth, lay a human skull. Its hollow sockets glowed faintly, as if fireflies were trapped within. Kwame stepped closer, his spear trembling in his grip. Then came the sound, dry as wind blowing through hollow reeds. Kwame Adu. His heart thumped like a drum, but his pride stiffened his spine. "Who calls my name?" The skull's jaw opened slowly. "It is I, the one who has seen both life and death. Speak to me, and I will share the truth of the ancestors." Kwame's greed outweighed his fear. "Then speak, skull. Tell me what you know." The skull's voice carried a warning. "Keep this between us. The dead do not like noisy tongues. Guard silence, for silence is life. Speak foolishly, and death will follow." Kwame laughed. "What good is a secret if no one knows I carry it? When I tell the village, they will honor me as the wisest of men." At dawn, Kwame rushed back to Abosankrum. He gathered the chief, the elders, the hunters, the women and children. "Come with me," he shouted. "I have found a skull that speaks." Some villagers laughed in disbelief. Others, curious, followed him into the forest. They walked until they stood before the mighty baobab. Kwame pointed proudly. "Here, this is the talking skull." The people leaned closer, waiting. Kwame commanded, "Speak. Tell them what you told me." But the skull sat silent. Its hollow eyes gave no light. Its jaw did not move. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. "Kwame Adu has lost his mind. He hunts too long and drinks too much palm wine. So this is the great hunter's secret. He talks to bones." The chief frowned deeply. "Kwame, pride is a disease. Do not waste our time again." Shame burned his face as the villagers walked away, laughing and shaking their heads. Kwame clenched his fists. "It spoke to me. I swear it." That night, unable to bear the humiliation, Kwame returned alone. The forest was darker than before, and the baobab loomed like a shadow against the moon. The skull's eyes glowed once more, and this time it laughed. A dry, hollow laugh that cut the silence like a knife. "Did I not warn you, Kwame Adu? Loose tongues call death." The ground beneath him began to tremble. From the shadows, dark spirits emerged, gaunt figures with burning eyes, their bodies like smoke and ash. They circled him, whispering in voices that cracked the air. Kwame Adu, who betrayed the silence of the dead. Kwame Adu, who mocked the warning. Kwame tried to run, but his legs grew heavy, as if bound by unseen chains. He tried to scream, but his throat closed like a tightening rope. The spirits chanted louder. The forest animals fled in terror. Even the wind seemed to stop. The spirits swarmed him, dragging him into the earth. His final cry was swallowed by the soil as the skull's laughter echoed across the trees. At dawn, the hunters found only Kwame's broken spear lying beside the baobab. His footprints ended abruptly, as though he had been swallowed by the ground itself. The skull remained where it had always been, grinning, waiting for the next fool who could not hold his tongue. From that day on, the people of Abosamkram taught their children, wisdom lives in silence. Pride lives in the grave.